Begin with employment opportunities for new immigrant arrivals in the Mile High City.
Since December of 2020, Denver has served close to 40,000 total newcomers, and the city has spent nearly $60 million on new immigrant services. Hundreds of those newcomers who've successfully secured work permits found themselves at a hiring fair in Denver earlier today that was specifically aimed at helping new arrivals connect with employers.
Denver 7's Christian Lopez was there.
This is more than we expected.
There were lines out the door and around the building.
¿Se siente emocionado ahorita donde está entrando?
Sí, claro.
Showing just how eager many people were for the opportunity to find a job.
En caso venezolano somos muchos los profesionales.
Luis Camacho was among hundreds who came out to a hiring fair held at Emily Griffith Technical College.
Queremos ser contribuyentes. En mi caso soy profesional, soy abogado.
It was put on to help connect new arrivals.
Specifically, those who have recently gotten work authorizations, Venezuelan, Central South Americans.
With over a dozen employers.
We're here offering opportunities. We are a road safety company. It looks like they've came across challenges, whether that's a language barrier or having problems with diversity. And I think they're really looking for a good opportunity to grow and expand here in America.
For a lot of newcomers, they are unsure of how to navigate our employment systems. They may operate differently in their country. They may not speak English perfectly, so we have interpreters. Here we have volunteers helping with the application process. We have a room set up upstairs for folks to do applications.
What? Tap in, tap in, tap in. Welcome back to What TV, y'all. We're just going to run right into this. Listen. Migrants, listen up. If you guys need help, you are getting help out in Denver. Yes, Denver, we are tapped in on you because we see that you're offering help. So migrants, if you need help, you might want to go out to Denver. People, let us know your thoughts. Should this be something that the people of Denver should be reaching out to? You see companies out here like outside road safety services, roof services. They're all trying to elect and give people jobs. They're trying to get people jobs because they're saying, man, we want to offer opportunity in Denver. We see that Denver, the shelters are going down. People are renting out their houses to people in Denver. All right? In Denver, shelters are going down. If you didn't know, the shelters are going down. People are finding their own housing solutions. That means they're finding work. Now, Denver, people are trying to connect people with these jobs. Let us know how you feel. Let us know how you feel. Denver is sending out support. At least they're doing something. But still, they're saying that many of these people's working papers are being held up in these systems. All right? So let us know how you feel, Denver. Let us know how you feel. Is this a good program? It seems like the Denver and different places across the community, these migrants are helping keep up the housing market, y'all, because they're talking about renting out for $2,000 per home. And these migrants are finding jobs and renting out their own houses and coming together.
Success is getting people into sustainable careers, sustainable jobs that are going to feed their families, get them into housing.
It's all what Luis hopes to accomplish.
Veremos qué oportunidades nos da este país. Estamos en el país de las oportunidades.
Organizers for this job fair say they probably saw around 600 people and they are hoping to be able to have more of these events in the future. In Denver, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Emily Griffith Technical College, the Colorado Office of New Americans, and the Spring Institute hosted this event. Those who attended were required to bring their physical work permit in order to apply for jobs. Those who didn't have the proper documents were turned away.
Going in depth tonight and
wow. So you see it. A lot of people are getting offered jobs out in Denver to expand Denver, but still they're waiting on federal results to approve working papers. Let us know your thoughts.
Unprecedented 3.3 million cases are currently pending in immigration courts nationwide, and that backlog is leaving many new arrivals without legal status and without work permits. Now, over the last fiscal year, the immigration court backlog grew by more than 1 million cases. According to data from Syracuse University, the current number of cases is now triple what it was in 2019. Here in Colorado alone, there are nearly 70,000 pending cases, and that means it's taking months before cases are heard and leaves immigrants without the ability to legally work in the meantime. Now, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services Agency is hoping to cut down on the time it takes to process cases this year. But even if that is successful, it will still be a lengthy process for many.
For new immigrants with work permits, today's hiring fair wasn't the only recent opportunity to find a job. Elitch Gardens hosted their own hiring fairs this past weekend to fill hundreds of open jobs, and many immigrants turned out. We asked the park's general manager if they expected new immigrants to attend and how they would handle the language barrier if hired.
And, as long as someone is legal to work here in the United States and we have positions available, we're going to consider that applicant. Well, we have a lot of Spanish-speaking employees already, and so any language barrier we could work with, and we could put them in positions that may not require their English to be their first language.
The park is opening at the end of April, and there are still plenty of positions available. You can find more job postings on their website.
Wow, you heard it there. Plenty of jobs available. The shelters in Denver, they're closing down. Not only because of budget reasons, but also people are finding housing. They're asking people in Denver to provide housing. And these migrants are coming together 10, 15 at a time, and they're renting out housing. Let's take a look, y'all. Let's run it.
Says it is seeing the number of migrants in shelters at a 6-month low. That number stands below 1,800, numbers not seen since last September.
And now the work begins to find them more stable housing, and the city is asking property owners for help. Fox 31's Rogelio Mares spoke with a city official. He joins us live in Denver tonight with the story. Rogelio.
Yeah, Eric and Jeremy, the city asking property owners if they'd be willing to rent to migrants as they are finding more reliable and steady work. This comes as they report to us that more and more migrants are actually getting a permit to work here in the States legally.
We put out a feeler to all the landlords we have connections with and basically said, listen, we're going to have some newcomers who are going to need housing.
This email was sent to rental property owners in Denver asking if they'd be interested in renting to migrants looking for housing.
Look at kind of a rent cap, $2,000. If we could stay underneath there.
The effort to get migrants into their own home is being spearheaded by entities beyond the city of Denver.
The nonprofits already have connected folks with all kinds of housing all over Denver.
Officials are saying the results speak for themselves, with thousands making their way out of shelters.
We're at below 1,800 right now, which is the first time that number's been this low since September.
That number was as high as 4,500 people in shelters, according to the city, as recently as January. Posts by migrant on social media before were about finding a home. Well, now
a lot of those folks are, those posts have now been replaced by, hey, I now need to furnish my apartment. What do I do? And so it's a good problem to have when that's what you're running into.
So how are the migrants expected to pay their rents? Well, work. The city says it's been able to help migrants find work legally.
1,300 people right now, over the last just 2 weeks or so that we've been able to help get their work permits. I mean, that's a huge step.
Yeah,
So you hear it there, guys. You hear it there. Migrants out in Denver, they are getting assistance, getting jobs, which translates to them being able to rent homes, which is keeping up the housing market. We see in Sacramento and California, they're pushing for people to be able to own homes. Migrants, illegals, people are on the dreamers, are DACAs. They're trying to make it easier for people to own homes and then therefore get jobs. Let us know your thoughts. Denver seems to be handling this the best out of all sanctuary cities. They're trying to get people working papers Not only that, they're helping connect these people with rental opportunities. Let us know your thoughts. Is Denver the best sanctuary city? Let us know your thoughts, man. Let us know your thoughts. Tap in, tap in, tap in.